To manifest your dream life, you need to align your mindset and align your habits at the same time so you can truly create your dream life. In this video, I'll be giving you my 4 key insights on how to create a more productive and soft lifestyle for yourself so you can finally start to build your dream life internally and externally working together. Anyways, the first tip that I have for you is that you need to have good mental health to be productive. You need to have good mental health to be productive because otherwise, having poor mental health is self-sabotage. You're sabotaging yourself from being able to do productive things like work out, work on your career, your passion project, do homework, anything. Because when you're in a state of anxiety and you have depression and you're feeling these influx of negative emotions around you, within you, you're going to want to seek ways to cope with it. Your brain wants to cope with the negative emotions and the feelings that you have in your body right now, and it's going to turn towards habits like scrolling on your phone, turn towards habits like just sitting on your bed and sleeping and not doing anything, because your brain doesn't have enough mental energy to go and do the productive habits that will lead to a better future. Because it's already so tired of all of the negative emotions within you, and it's just tired and just wants to rest and cope and heal, not go after your goals and dreams and desires. So healing your mental health is so important as the first step to changing your lifestyle, changing your life, and becoming a better person. That's why we really go in depth on healing your mindset and fixing your habits in my Mindset and Habits Masterclass. First link in the description box below if you want to check it out and learn more about healing your mental health, healing your mindset, so you can manifest your dream life along with fixing your external habits. Anyways, back to the video. Let's continue. The first step that you can do to heal your mental health and to start to change your depression, your anxiety into more like a positive state, which will help you get to your goals, is to start doing habits, even if it's just 1 minute a day, that are productive. Maybe this could be just exercising for 5 minutes a day. Like, it's okay if you're just exercising for 5 minutes. As long as you start to do it at a fixed time every single day, like set a time where you're just going to exercise for 5 minutes and then that's it. Just start to do that at the same time every day, because that's going to like start to form a habit in your brain once you do it enough times. And when you're doing these habits which are good for you and which make you feel better about yourself, which make your future self better, you're going to start to naturally build self-love. Because self-love is built through your actions and what you're doing in your day-to-day life. If you want to love being yourself, you need to create a life you love living. You need to do things that make you just admire yourself and love being you. So start to exercise 5 minutes a day, or start to write down a list of things that you're grateful for, just 3 things every single day. Start doing these little small habits, and then eventually you'll be able to stick with them and build them up over a long time. Because another problem that I see is that when people are starting to start a habit and start like including a habit like exercising or being productive in their life, they just like overwhelm themselves. Like they go to the gym for maybe 2 hours when they've never worked out before consistently, and then they just stop going because those 2 hours were just like so overwhelming. It was too much. You feel tired, your body's tired. So I would recommend start small, but do it every single day. 5 minutes, it's okay. Even if it's like a 1 minute workout, it's fine as long as you do it every day. You can build it up in the future. Right now, the most important thing is that we get you started on the habit of actually doing positive habits little by little. Okay. Now, let's see. The second tip that I have for you that will help you align your habits to manifest your dream life is to realize that sometimes you have to go all in into something. Wait, no, not sometimes. I would recommend that you go really into your productive lifestyle. You make it a way of living. That means if you have like a certain designated time where you just scroll on your phone or play video games or do a habit that's instant gratification, like a habit that just gives you temporary pleasure right now but won't benefit your future self, I would recommend trying to reduce it as much as possible and try your best to quit it. Because I experienced the most change in my lifestyle, in my life, when I just did my best to quit all of the habits that weren't helping me go towards the life that I wanted to go towards, that wasn't helping me manifest and be the person that was my best self. I quit every single habit and I reduced most of the habits as well. I just went all into productive stuff like exercising, journaling, meditation, socializing, trying new experiences in the real world instead of staying on my screen, and just trying new things like dancing, cooking, drawing, trying new hobbies instead of just being consumed by a screen and looking for using that as a coping mechanism for my reality. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what is my ideal self like? What would she be doing in her day-to-day life? What habits would she have? How would she look? Just look at what she's like. Like, try to visualize your ideal self. Does she have a great body? Is she healthy? Then you need to start exercising. Start exercising. Find a way to incorporate yoga into your life. Does your ideal self play video games for 5 hours a day? Probably not. She'd probably be living a productive, healthy lifestyle where she gets all her desires. So then you need to cut that out. You need to find a way to cut it out and get rid of that habit because it's not serving you for your best life. I hear also some people talk about balance, and it's okay if you have it's okay if you do like instant gratification bad habits every day, as long as you're doing productive stuff too, like you'll still get to where you want to be. And I believe that too. So I love telling this story, but back when I was in high school, I used to think that I could also get really, really, really good grades and I could also play video games for like 2 hours a day. And I tried to balance both things out because the media told me, like, okay, you can balance your habits out. Yeah, you can balance like being productive and your instant gratification habits. But no, it didn't work out. And the reason for that is that instant gratification habits are so addicting. They're so, so addicting to you. So you want to keep doing more and more and more of that. And when you're doing more and more and more of your instant gratification habits that give you dopamine in your brain and make you feel good temporarily, you're going to want to do the delayed gratification habits that will benefit your future self but might not feel good right now. You're going to want to do them less and less and less because they don't feel good as much as the instant gratification habit. Yep, so I fell into this hole and I was constantly addicted to instant gratification. I couldn't get myself to go and study because I didn't want to and it didn't feel as good as this habit that I was doing. So my grades tumbled. My grades were really, really bad. I was addicted to my phone and scrolling so much. Yep, it does not work that way. So what I did was that I quit everything. I quit social media. I quit all instant gratification habits because I was determined to manifest and be a productive person who got really, really good grades. So what I did was that since I quit all of those instant gratification habits, studying, which didn't feel as good as the other habits, was actually pretty fun because I had nothing else to do. Because I didn't have like this addiction chemical in my brain that was making me addicted to my phone. And it was easier for me to go and study because I had more mental energy. I wasn't addicted anymore. And it felt better to go and study and easier to go and study because I didn't have anything else to wait. I didn't have anything else that was addicting in my life. I did have hobbies back then. I did exercise and do productive habits, but it made it easier to do because I wasn't wasting so much time looking at a screen. Made it easier to go get up because I would either just have to just sit there and stare at my wall, or I could do the productive habit. So that's what I did, and that's what helped me tremendously to be more consistent with my habits and be productive. And that's what I recommend to you too, to go on a dopamine detox, which is basically quitting the habits that are instant gratification, like scrolling on your phone, and any habit that gives you temporary pleasure and makes you addicted to it, but doesn't help you in the future. You can start new hobbies like reading, drawing, cooking, anything that makes you feel happy, makes you feel good, and is actually good towards your life and makes you feel happy to live your life. That is what I recommend doing. Because these instant gratification habits, they don't make you love yourself. They don't make you fall in love with your life. They don't make you happy. They just help you cope with something deeper within that you're not giving yourself. If you're not giving yourself excitement, you're going to look towards this instant gratification hobby. And I digress. I've been going on a rant here, but this is so important for you to realize. And really, I want to tell you that this will help you change your life so much. Start consuming content that is positive and will help your life. Don't consume content that's just mindless entertainment. Consume things that will make you into a better person. And I know it's going to be hard to reduce it at first, so start small and then work your way towards reducing and quitting it. And even I sometimes fall for instant gratification in my life, even though I'm living a very productive lifestyle and I'm manifesting most of my desires. Sometimes it's like a part of life. It's been such like a part of life to have instant gratification. So like sometimes you have to work on reducing it, and it might be really hard for you to quit it fully. So work your best on reducing it, and that will already create so many good results in your life. All right. Now, the next tip that I have for you is to realize that discipline is not equal to punishment. When you're disciplining yourself, you are creating and choosing choices that will help your future self, even if it doesn't feel good now. And that is the most purest form of self-love out there. You're helping your future self live a better life. You're saying, I love me and I want to see me grow and live a better life. So I'm going to do this thing, which might not make me feel good right now, but my future self will be happy. You are just doing that habit out of self-love. And I want you to realize that you're not punishing yourself with strict routines. You're not supposed to punish yourself with them. You're not supposed to beat yourself up if you don't wake up at a certain time or if you skip a day of exercising. What you're supposed to do is realize that you're doing all of this out of love. Have love for yourself, but be firm with your routines and with your schedule. If you mess up occasionally, it's okay. It's okay if you told yourself that you'll exercise every single day, but you missed a day. That's completely fine. Just go back to it, stick with it. You're doing your best. Not everyone is perfect. Not everyone's going to be consistent immediately. If you've been missing your workouts for more than a week though, I would recommend being a little more firm with yourself so you can get back into that habit. But if it's just like a day or two, it's fine. Have some compassion for yourself. Allow yourself to rest if you need it. Last but not least, the fourth and final insight that I have for you is that motivation is not equal to discipline. Discipline is when you don't feel like doing a certain habit, but you do it anyway. Even if you feel like you're a little tired, even if you feel sad, even if you feel anxious, you do the habit anyway. Motivation is when you're relying on a certain feeling to make you get up and like do it. Like maybe I see this a lot, but a lot of people, they rely on motivation to go to the gym, and that's why they won't see results in their gym progress, because they rely on feeling energetic and feeling active, and that's when they go to the gym, and that's when they work out for 3 hours, but then they're tired and they just leave it and they skip it. Compared to people who are disciplined, They show up to the gym consistently for like an hour or 30 minutes, and they just like work out consistently every single day, even if they feel uncomfortable, even if they're tired after work. They go, show up, and do it. And those are the people that are healthy. Those are the people that are active. Those are the people that are fit and have good bodies and feel good about themselves because they're disciplined. Even when you're not feeling it, you get up and do it. The exception applies for when your body is physically sick. If so, then just take rest, like take a break and listen to your body's needs. But mentally, if you feel lazy, if you don't want to do it and you don't feel like doing it, you just get up and do it. If you're starting a new habit, you are gonna feel compelled to quit. You're gonna feel you're gonna feel really, really hard to be consistent with that habit in the starting stages because it's really new. And again, your brain resists change. Your brain wants to stay in like a place of comfort. So when you introduce a new habit, your brain's not going to really want to do it at first. But when you do it consistently for at least 21 days, your brain's going to get used to it and it's going to make you naturally get up and go do the habit. For example, at the gym, when I was starting to go to the gym and like starting to work out, the first 21 days, the first 2 weeks were awful. I felt lazy. I didn't want to go do it, but I kept forcing myself to get up and go exercise and just do it. Like, even if I just showed up and like lifted weights and I didn't do my best, it was okay. As long as I showed up and like did my best, then it was completely fine. So what I did was that I just kept sticking with it like that. Even if I missed a day, I was okay with myself and just like kept sticking with it. And then eventually I started to be really consistent with it. And my brain just naturally made me want to get up and go and do the habit because I stuck with it for 21 days. And that's what I want to share with you. So these are all my 4 key insights on how to be productive in a soft way so you can manifest your dream life. If you want to learn more about habits and go more in depth, I have a mindset and habits masterclass. First link in the description box below, where I'm going to go super in depth on how you can actually build the habit routine of your dreams and like build a really productive routine and like all my tips and strategies, along with how to have the right mindset, heal your mindset, have the right beliefs so you can finally attract and manifest your desires. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.